Hello, all. So, I have been having a bit of a backache, and when my back starts to hurt, instead of running to my medicine cabinet, I usually sit on my yoga mat. So, I'm going to invite you into my practice today, showing you a few movements that I do to relieve my back pain. So, you can just start out extending your legs straight. Grab your thighs and lean a little one way and the other. Reach out through your heels, maybe point your toes up to the sky. Lift your arms up and then reach them forward towards your feet. So just start by a nice double leg forward bend. Don't push into it, just come up to your edge, then lift up again. Grab the floor behind your back. If you can, fingers facing you. Elbows bend back, keep your shoulder blades pulling together. Maybe look down towards your belly. And then lift your chest. Roll through your fingers. So let your heel of your hand roll up and roll through your fingers there. And then roll back down into your palm. Let your elbows be pointing backwards behind you. Do that again. Lift up and sink down. Then lift everything up. So lift your arms up towards the sky. Straighten out your head. Sink your shoulders down towards your body. Just take a moment here. Your heels are reaching away. And then I want you to lean forward to your edge. Drop your arms down. Release your head and neck. Take a moment, a breath. On your next inhale, lift your back straight. So lift your chest up so your back is straight, and try to keep your back straight as you lean back down on your exhale. Just up to that edge where your body says, okay, that's it. Then I want you to relax just your chin down, your head, and release your arms. If you can grab your feet, hold on. If you can't, just take them anywhere. Even if you can grab your feet, you can let go here. And take another breath in and out. And then on your inhale, gently walk up your legs. So from here, we're going to take it into the nice, easy pose. You can tuck your feet under or come into any other one of these lovely positions here. Perfect pose, one foot on the floor in front of the other. It doesn't matter which one. Just grab your thighs when you get there. Rock yourself back and forth a little. Your body gently release to stillness. Take a few moments to breathe in and breathe out. Inhale slower. And exhale more completely, slowing the breath down on the way out. Now from here, I want you to take your hands and lift them up nice and high. Lift your torso up as well. So you're not just lifting up your arms, you're also lifting up through the middle of your body. And then lean off to one side, releasing your hand down to the floor and reaching through the top arm. Again, you're coming to that edge, that brick wall where you just can't go any further. Don't try to push into it at all. Just stop there. Then look up. Then look down. Look up again. And as you look down, just lean into the stretch that you're feeling. And then lift the whole thing up. Straighten out your head, sink your shoulders, and then lift the body, the torso, the middle of you, up towards the sky. And then let your other arm drop down. Reach your arm over, just come right up against that edge. Don't try to push through it. Just find that blocker, that stopper inside. And then look up. Then look down. Look up again. And on your way down, sink into that stretch. Wait for your inhale to lift the whole thing up to the middle. Take your hands behind your back, fingers facing you. Drop into your elbows, elbows pointing back towards the wall behind you. Drop into your chin, and then roll through your palms. So lift your chest and roll all the way to your fingertips. Then drop all the way back down into your hand. Drop your pelvis forward, inward, and then look down towards your belly. Then one more time, lift your chest, roll through your hands, and keep pushing yourself into your forward bend. Leaning forward, take your hands as far as you can. Release your head and neck and face and just hang out here. Don't try to push it or straighten it. Just be where you are. If you're hanging out with your head down, that's fine. If you're all the way down, that's fine too. Take another breath. And slowly lift up as you're inhaling. Switch those legs around, bringing them into the same position. But if this pose is too tight on this side, you can always lift the foot up or tuck it under. You can always change it around if it doesn't work for this leg. But if you can do the same thing, do the same thing. Grab your thighs and walk it out so you're nice and even on your sit bones. Sit nice and tall for a moment. Lift up through your torso. And then relax your shoulders and take a moment here. So just for a moment, notice the expression across your face. Is your forehead tight? Are your teeth pressing together? Is your tongue glued to the roof of your mouth? Notice what's happening and where. Your shoulders lifted. Let them drop down again. Breathe. And then take a moment to relax those things. So if your forehead's crunching, soften your face. If your tongue is into the roof of your mouth, relax your tongue down. Take the front of your tongue right behind the upper front teeth, just enough to block the airway, and then drop the back of your tongue down. Let your face relax, your jaw, your teeth apart, your shoulders down. And then we're going to take our hands, one of our hands, pick one, your favorite one, and bring it to your opposite knee. Then take your other hand and just reach it back. Don't turn it yet. So you're still facing straight ahead. You're just grabbing a knee and reaching it back. Pause here and lift up through the top of the head. Get really tall in those sit bones. Then taking the grip in those hands, twist yourself around, starting at the base of the spine. So like you're walking up a spiral staircase. Walk up your spine from the tailbone all the way up through the shoulder blades, and then let the head turn last. Breathe here. Inhale, maybe get a little taller. Exhale, you can twist more if there's room, but don't push. When you find that brick wall, that edge of your body where you're tight, stay there and just breathe there. On your exhale, release back to center. So wait until your breath in is finished. And then release your twist, bringing one hand to one knee, one hand to the other. And then slowly bring the other hand over. Reach the other hand back. But remember, you're starting out straight. You're not twisting. You're just reaching and grabbing the floor. And then lift up through the crown of your head. Let the top of your head reach towards the ceiling or the sky. And then slowly, starting at the base of the spine, begin to twist around. So your lower back, twist up, walking up the spiral spine staircase. Let your chin go towards your shoulder. When you get to your max, where you just are stopped, hang out there with a big breath in. Reach up through the crown of the head. Easy breath out. Maybe twist around a little more. And another breath to be here. Remember, on your exhale, release. So take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, twist back to center. Then we're going to get down onto the ground. So lie yourself down on your mat, on your back. So once you get here, take your knees into your belly and rock yourself side to side. So start out with a little back massage. Take your knees towards your belly and then begin to roll them around. So bring them to the side, then away from you, off to the other side and back. And while you're doing this, notice the floor. touching your body. Notice the parts of your body that are being pressed on with the movement. Take your time going around this circle, and then eventually pause in the middle and reverse the rotation. Just take your legs in the other direction. Take your time, feeling your way through this. Lean into the places that feel really good. And then begin to still your body. Take your knees in, make sure your middle back is down into the ground, and then reach your legs up. Release your hands down to the floor. So just take a moment and point and flex your feet. And then take your knees down to your bottom and rock yourself again side to side. Good. Take your feet down to the floor and start to bring the bottom of the feet together as your knees widen, coming into a Buddha Konasana leg. So the feet come together and the knees just open up to the sides. You can take the backs of your hands to the ground here and take a few breaths. Relax. The more you relax, the deeper this position will get. So try to let go of your tension. And if it starts to feel like it's too much, you can also adjust it by taking the feet further away from your body. So it's a wider place. Remember, never stay in a position that is harmful or hurting you. If it's hurting you, your body's telling you it doesn't like it. And then when you've had enough of this movement, take your feet flat to the floor. You're going to widen your feet stance, a little wider than your hips, and then drop your knees on each other. So you're going in the opposite direction. Your feet are wide and your knees are dropped in. And then just take a moment here. This time you could take your hands to your chest and your belly. Let your shoulders or your elbows drop down so you're not using any effort to keep it here. And then pause with your breath. And then we could take those knees back into the belly. Rock it side to side, rock it around in a circle. Rock the circle the other way. And then take your hands into your knees, holding them. Make sure your back is in the floor and let your legs kind of float forward. So you're grabbing on and keeping your legs from going down or your feet from touching the ground. Just hang here for a moment. And bring it back in. So I want you to step one foot flat and straighten the other leg. So I'm going to move a little, my obstacles. I want you to take the flat foot and tuck it underneath the other thigh or leg or wherever you have it. Just turn that foot in and tuck it underneath. You're going to grab your opposite hand from the leg you just tucked underneath and grab onto the thigh. So you're going to grab on, you're going to pull it over. Now this leg that was tucked underneath is now hooked onto that leg. Now you're going to, or your foot is hooked onto the leg. You're going to reach your other hand up towards the sky, palm is facing you, and then drop that arm away from you. Now the whole while, I want you to take this hand and pull this knee down towards the ground. So you're pulling it as far as you can. Don't hurt yourself. Just pull until you find resistance. And then when this arm goes this way, you might notice your shoulder or your arm is like hovering above the ground. That's okay. Just kind of hang out in this stretch. Turn your head towards the arm or as far as it wants to go. Release for a moment. And then let go of this leg and just kind of hang here. Being there for a moment. And then release yourself back onto your back. We're going to switch it to the other side. So we straighten the leg that was just bent, and we're going to take this foot and tuck it under that leg. So your foot is under there. Then the opposite hand grabs onto this thigh or knee and pulls this knee down towards the ground. So you want to pull that knee all the way down, maybe make it touch the ground, Reach this arm up now and drop your arm back. You're also going to turn your head towards that arm. Go as far as the body goes. Remember, every body is different. So you go with the flow of your body today. Today's body is different than yesterday's, and tomorrow's will be different than today's. So always follow your lead right now. Take a moment here. Try to relax, do your best. And then release and just be here. So you're not pushing, you're just breathing. And then slowly bring your back to the floor. Bring those knees back into the belly so you can rock your back into the ground, and then place the feet flat to the floor. So both feet are flat, hands are flat. Maybe walk your heels up towards your butt a little bit further. Feet under knees. Straighten your head out. The back of your head is on the ground here. Don't turn your head left or right in this position. Keep the back of your head on the ground. You can bring your head forward or back, but never left or right. So from here, I want you to take your feet, give a little pressure into your feet as you lift your lower back, so your butt. So you're pressing your middle back into the ground while you lift your lower back. Start to lift the back higher, so you're lifting one backbone at a time as you're lifting your hips up to the sky. Feet are pressing, back is lifting, maybe up to your shoulders. Breathe. Now your knees, they might want to go like that. Push your knees closer together. Don't touch them together, but keep those legs hip width apart. You'll feel it. It's like opposing magnets. Relax your arms. They're doing nothing now. So relax them. Your belly's doing nothing too. Push into your feet. Lift your hips up high. Hold it for a moment, and then begin to roll it down from the shoulder blades of the neck through one vertebrae at a time until your whole back is down to the ground. Take a moment. Maybe a breath here at the bottom. Relax your body, your arms, your head, your neck, your face, and then do that again. So push into your feet. Begin to lift your butt up so your middle back is pressing down, and one vertebrae at a time, you're going to lift it up, one vertebra at a time. Lift it all the way up until you're at the top. Relax your face. And then as you're lowering it down, one vertebra at a time, lower your back until it's all the way down and all the vertebrae are on the floor. All right, so from here, I want you to take just your right leg up. Stretch the heel, point the toe, and then bring your ankle to your thigh. This is one of my favorite stretches here, and it leads to one of my even more favorite stretches, which we'll do right now, because it really helps the lower back if that's where your pain is. But the great thing about the back is it's all connected. So if your pain is in the upper back, middle back, lower back, when you're stimulating any part of it, you are also stimulating all of it. So let's take our hands behind the leg we just put our foot on. Interlace your fingers if you can reach, or just grab onto it and pull it straight in. So you don't want to bring it to the side. You're bringing that thigh straight up towards the chest. If your elbow here presses into your thigh, give it a little push. That'll straighten the leg out. If it doesn't reach, that's okay. You can take a moment and be here. If you're going to hang out for a while, you can point your toes up to your knees. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. You can take it for a little rock, side to side, just leaning one way and the other. And pause where you feel nice. And my favorite part, we're going to release the hand on the same side as your foot that is up here. So release that hand, take it around the side of that leg and reach for your big toe down here. See the big toe? Grab onto it if you can reach it. And then you're going to let go of this hand and take this leg to the floor. And then we're going to take our hands, palms facing up, onto the ground and just relax. Now this is another one, the more you relax, the deeper this stretch gets. So breathe slower, let go of efforts. Just feel the ease washing over you as your body sinks into the ground. And then slowly we're going to lift it up, placing both feet flat. Take your other leg up, stretch it up, point and flex that toe. And then take your ankle to your thigh, opposite leg now. We're doing the other side. So your hands are going to reach around that leg that you just put your foot on. So that's that leg right there. We're going to grab it and we're going to pull it straight in. So again, if this elbow right here touches the thigh, you can push it into the thigh and that will straighten your hips out. It'll help you deepen your stretch. If it doesn't reach yet, then that's okay. Stay where you are, just breathe. Relax for a moment, just pulling everything in towards the chest. Remember, this leg is going straight in. We're not angling it to the outside of the body or the middle. The back of your head can stay down. And you could just relax your shoulders and your breath. Kind of breathe as if you normally breathe without even thinking about it, just doing it. And then point your toes up to your knees. Relax your face, let go of the cheekbones, the cheeks, the teeth. And maybe rock it a little side to side. Feel the body in the back. Notice where the body feels stuff. So bring your mind, your attention to everywhere you could feel something. Your fingers touching each other, the floor on your back or your side. Everywhere you feel stuff, the back of your head, your breath. And then pause. Pause wherever it feels really good here. Relax your shoulders, your face. And then we take our hand, the hand on the side of this foot, so the same side as the top leg. We're going to reach it around and reach for the big toe. Grab on, let go of your other hand, and take the side of the other leg to the ground. We're guiding it to the ground. It's hard to see with my black pants, but we got my legs on top of each other, and then you take your hands down and relax. So you're still here. Your foot is still hooked. This foot is just going underneath and you're releasing here. And then taking your time letting go of effort. So you're not trying to do anything. Just be where you are and notice all the feelings. And then take your time unraveling. Bring the bottom of the feet to the ground one more time. Bring those knees into your belly and rock yourself side to side. Slowly rock yourself all the way to one side. Push yourself up with a big inhale. And then have a seat on your mat. Come back to that cross-leg position. You can come to that easy pose. You tuck everything under, Sukhasana, or you can come into any of the other wonderful positions here. And take a moment, just seat it. Grab onto your knees and rock yourself forward and back. So I'll show you from the side here. When we sit here, sometimes we'll sit like this with lots of curves in our back and our belly like reaching forward. And then we wonder why we have back pain, because we're putting all the pressure into parts of our body that aren't meant to be holding all of this weight. So when you're sitting here, I want you to draw your tailbone, the back side of you, down towards the ground. So your belly's coming in a bit. And then lift your head up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. You might also feel like you're going to fall backwards because you're sitting in a way that you're not used to sitting. Your body, a lot of times our bodies are used to sitting like this. It just gets into a habit and then our bodies are familiar with it. So when you sit properly, you feel like you're doing it wrong. So start to just draw the tailbone, the backside down, and then relax the shoulders. lift up through the crown, take a few moments. Notice if it feels different or if it feels just the same. See how you feel about it. So sometimes our back problems are caused by unhealthy habits, and sometimes unhealthy habits are just posture issues. I do help with lots of posture issues, so keep taking my classes and join me on my on-demand service or on my Instagram and all the other places that we see people these days online. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope your back feels better. I know mine does. Namaste.